Hey, it's your girl Angela.
It's your guy Mike D.
And we are the Uncomfortable Truths podcast, presented by NSN, live from Brown Sugar Water Studios.
We created this podcast to have unfiltered, unapologetic, and authentic conversations through the lens of a Black millennial couple.
We'll be sharing stories about everyday life while also providing insights. So kick back, grab your drink, and let's get into the uncomfortable truth. Refreshing. Unlike this past week's episode of From the World on Starz. Hi, my name is Angela.
It's your boy Mike D. Sorry, I'm just looking at you like, what is going on?
I'm opening the recap show.
Okay.
And we are the Uncomfortable Truths podcast. And this is our recap show of Run the World. Now, if you looked at our past recap shows, you can probably tell that I'm not quite the fan. So this show, I am going to be asking all the questions, not sharing too many opinions. And Mike will be providing some answers and insight while not sounding too sexist.
No promises.
Borderline. I don't condone. We don't condone. But if you heard it, you heard it. So, to start, I guess it's easiest if we go through just all the characters of the show, since that seems to be how the show is sequenced in 29 minutes. I mean, I feel like it's been a whirlwind. So in this episode, the girls, they all are just in New York, and they're just having a up and down day. Was it a wholesome day when it's up and down?
Yeah, they're doing something.
All right. So, what did you think of the show's Renee story? She had the very deep advice. She had the move, Jason moved, and then he moved. So, what you think?
This episode, right? I don't want to say be a Renee of this episode. She started off fancy.
She started off funny.
No, don't call me Ma. You know, I'm not old enough to be your mom. You probably are. But
she definitely is.
But no, she was looking good there in her nice outfit, you know, looking at the spot. Like, listen here, I'm here to get it. I want him out my house. So, okay, you want to do that? That's fine. I won't go about it that way. That's a terrible way. And that's her using her power, pretty much saying that Jason is a bitch. And I'm going to, you know, kind of just push you around and almost force him to break up with her. Like, here, move out, do this, do that. I don't know.
Hold on, they're consciously uncoupling.
Is that a thing?
That's what they said.
Oh, okay. So, well, she's doing something. And so I didn't like that move. The advice that she gave was great. Great advice. Take that advice from Renee. Same thing I said last episode. Bury it. And not because you being sneaky. It's because it's selfish to tell the other person that you cheated on them. Because while it clears your conscience, it makes them feel like the worst person ever. Like, okay, you cheated. Was it because of me? What was I doing wrong? Right? They start internalizing the cheating when it's all on you. So if you really, really care about that person, you wouldn't cheat on them to begin with. But two, if you did, you would say absolutely nothing. You would take it to the grave. You would bury it deep, and you would deal with it.
And my soul, their soul, her soul.
Yeah, because like she will sleep better at night. Like, well, I cheated on him, but I told him, so I'm a better person. While he is broken and may not be able to trust ever again because of you. You bury that. You take it to your grave. You live with that. It would take 7 years off your life. Too damn bad. So bad episode by Renee. Besides that advice, because then once Jason left, now she's sitting at home stupid. Just like I was telling with Elle. Stop playing all this hard to get BS and then be upset when you lose playing the
Oh,
game.
Ella.
Ella, yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
do you
yeah,
want to jump to Ella?
yeah. Let's go to Ella. She's smart. She took my advice.
She showed a lot of titties.
Yeah, see, it must be in her contract.
It must be in her contract. She's like the only one making this a truly Starz
Yeah,
TV
sex
show.
scene. Yeah, yeah. It was a lot of sex scenes and power. I didn't watch P Valley. You did, but I'm sure some sex scenes in there. And then what was the other star of the show? The Power. Did Tariq get some?
Power Book 2? Nah, it was like PG.
Yeah, they hinted at it. But yeah, for Ella, I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. She put her pride to the side. She's with a man that she's madly in love with, and everyone knows it. There's no need to hide it. There's no need to put up this facade like, oh, I don't need him. I'm strong and I could do things on my own, and I work for Barb. Now, if you don't go get with Anderson and stop playing,
Did you
and
see
that's
that?
exactly what she's did. She did.
Did you see that wilted lettuce in her fridge?
Oh yeah, she's nasty. None of these women can cook. Not saying that women should cook or know how to cook, whatever you want to do. But um, apparently, these are four women that know each other, that live in New York, that cannot cook.
How they be surviving? That's neither here nor there.
They got
So
money, I guess, to buy food.
next, we are going to go to Whitney
Uh,
eating the oxtails and then wasting them on the floor. I hate her.
Not the oxtail.
Not the oxtail.
Not the oxtail.
What you think of Whitney's storyline?
Yeah, she's crumbling. She can't, she's not made for this life. And it shows she's not made for this life.
Mm-hmm. It's very accurate.
You were like, I get it. You didn't have the hot girl summer. You wasn't out here smoking and doing no drugs in the bathroom. Boo hoo, big deal. You missed out. You're 32 years old, at least, or 30 something years old.
Mm-hmm.
You about to get married to a doctor. You made your choices. It's too late for that. It's too late. Now you want to get out here, sleep around, smoke cigarettes, and talk French with people. I don't know what's going on, but to live that life, not saying that I have, because I have not, but I know people that have, and to move that live that life of being a player and being out here, you almost have to detach from emotion, feelings, and if you're going to play that game, because you hurt people. And now she got to see her loving doctor of a fiance every morning, just praising her. Oh, Whitney, just
packing her oxtails that
like,
she
what?
then wastes on the floor.
I just love you. I have my auntie, and it's okay that you don't remember her, but I just love you. Just please, I just want to get married to you. I want to give you children. I want to do all these things. And she's just like, I just want to go to dive bars and dance.
And
like,
take cigarettes from random French speakers.
And drink nutmegs. That's fine. That's fine. If you want to live that life.
Nutcrackers?
Nutcrackers.
Yeah.
So you want to live that life, go ahead. But in 2 years, you can be like, oh my God, I made the worst decision I ever made. But that's Whitney. I'm enjoying seeing her go downhill. Yeah.
Oh. Well,
she deserves it. So.
Lastly, we're going to go to Sandy, the least interesting character out of the bunch, in my opinion. Realistic. But we're not here for my opinion. We're here for Mike's opinion. So, Sandy, you said she's realistic. I mean, just talk about what you see from Sandy this week.
I didn't think, because we talked about this, but I don't think we thought they were going to get caught this fast.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all knew they were going to get caught. It's like the only storyline that they have.
It's the only.
Nothing else is really interesting. She's playing mom to a daughter that's not hers. We covered that in episode 1, and she's fine with it. She is dating a professor who thinks he's Umar Johnson.
Are y'all out here like this?
And he holds weekly PTA meetings at a community college or whatever's going on.
Is it weekly?
I don't know.
Whatever.
If it's not weekly, it's even worse. Or you had a one-time speaking arrangement at the community college, so she's dating that guy. He's not tenured.
He's not tenured. This ain't
And
funny this time.
so no, I mean it's a TV show, so but after all of that, just all of that they have going with this guy, they jeopardize it to dance at a park where they were playing drums and the people was dancing. Like the whole scene seemed so fake to me that I asked you, is he so high and drunk that when she kiss him, she gonna realize, oh my God, this is another man.
And I was like, no, they're not going to do that. They're just going to kiss. And they made it like the camera and the angling and the editing made it so that it was a memorable moment.
Yeah.
So that when they got caught, you was like, oh,
Yeah,
it was when they got kissed. It's when they started kissing at the park.
Yeah, I'm surprised they were sloppy like that out in public. If you really want to keep something low, you go through extreme measures. Like her friends is popping up to his place. Like what is going on here?
How old are these people?
Like I
This
don't
how
know.
y'all be out here?
But they got caught, so
Mm-hmm.
he's done because she's not gonna want to date him anymore.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to support her. I mean, he doesn't have tenure. I mean, his job's going to be in jeopardy every.
And a lot of her attraction to him probably was that he was her professor, her superior.
That's probably going to change.
Yeah, now that you're just a bum, well, I don't know.
He's not going to be a bum. He still has a PhD or whatever, or he has something.
And now that he's about to be a bum, like what college is going to hire him after him sleeping with a student?
And that's going to be on her record too. I mean, she's not going to get hired either, probably as a professor.
Yeah, I don't know. She looked like she was content with being a single mom anyway. So
a single mom. Hold on.
I mean, stepmother. My bad.
A play stepmother.
Yeah, she's fine being a play stepmother. So I'm sure she's fine being.
She's definitely old enough.
A legit stepmother.
She's old enough to make that decision consciously, which is why I know I said I wasn't going to talk, but I'm like, girl, you too old to have missed how this was going to pan out.
And
too old.
And then we'll be like, oh, maybe it's a joke. Oh, I got the email too.
Oh, I feel terrible. That was terrible acting, Zombie.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. This was a bad episode. I love the show. This was a terrible episode this week.
Okay, so we got your overall impression of the episode. So last question. What are some of your expectations for next week's episode? And do you have a favorite character yet? I don't.
It was Renee into this week.
Hot baby mamas of Detroit.
That's how I was out to Detroit. Detroit hustles harder. I will say this. It's not Renee. Okay, let me tell you who my favorite characters are not. My least favorite character, it was Ella, but she went up. She took my advice. My least favorite character is Jason.
We're talking about guys.
Nope.
No, we're talking about the woman.
I know.
But you just okay.
Wait, you asked me who's my favorite character?
You right. I did.
My least favorite and my favorite, right? Yeah, I was gonna give a whole synopsis on them. My least favorite character right now is Whitney. Whitney's my least favorite character. For one, her storyline isn't really interesting. A lot of these storylines aren't interesting either, right? They just want to show lavish black women living a lavish lifestyle, and I'm fine with that. I can get that on Instagram, but that's okay, Starz. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Whitney is my least favorite because she's spiraling and she's a mess, and she just need to accept, like, yo, you won the lottery. No, you didn't have to go on an internet date and vet creepy guys. Boo-hoo, I'm sorry. No, you didn't have a ton of one night stands when you could have contracted some STDs. You had sex with a Nigerian doctor. That sounds like an email scam. Boo-hoo. Excuse me. I'm sorry. You come from loving parents. Like, what are we even talking about with her when it comes to her? Like, she is sabotaging her quote-unquote perfect life but I guess it's a lie. She has to be perfect.
She is self-sabotaging.
I think she feels like she has to be perfect all the time in this relationship, and maybe she can handle it. So maybe this is her trying to sabotage it. Mm-hmm. But his family is a lot though. Like his mom, whatever. Yeah. So it's a lot going on. But Whitney is my least favorite character. Next in line would be Shandi.
We don't gotta do Sandy already, and she enough.
She's a mess. For sure. She playing stepmother to some guy, and she really didn't have a real storyline either besides her sleeping with the guy, and that just blew up. So I'm curious what's going to be her purpose now. And then Renee, she was my favorite, but she went down this episode. She went down this episode. She gave some good advice, but she's not listening to herself. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna break up with Jason and end up with who? You're gonna find somebody else on your level. They're not dealing with you.
Get some water. It's getting hot.
So Renee, and now she feels stupid because he played the game with Jason, and he said, "No, I'm not gonna be your punching bag anymore."
That's right, Jason stood up for himself. Finally.
And my favorite character is
Ella.
Ella. Sorry, I didn't even remember her name. She's my favorite character at the moment is because she made a practical choice and got a logical outcome.
Just like her hair.
Output.
Just like her hair. She's like, I don't have to style my hair. Cut it short.
She could have been in a predicament like Renee if she took somebody else's advice, right? Oh my God, Anderson, the devil. She was madly in love with him. I said, no need to even play hard to get. Just eat the mac and cheese, get the cupcake, and y'all can go forward with y'all life. And that's what they're doing. So shout out to Ella, shout out to Anderson. Invite me to the wedding. I felt like y'all owe me because I guarantee they would have ran with the BS storyline of her playing hard to get and him going to be with somebody else. Like almost like Love Jones. No, she had to go test him to see what would happen. And once he failed, then she felt stupid. That could have been Ella. Ella could have played the game. Anderson could have left, then she would have felt stupid. But she did. She said, "You know what? I love this man. I'm not gonna play hard to get. I'm just gonna be with him and have sex because nobody else have sex scenes." So Ella's my favorite character. Her and Anderson, I'm rooting for them. I'm gonna come up with a pet name for them.
All right, y'all. B and Ella.
I ain't gonna go that far. But B and Ella.
Yeah. I have nothing to say. I do not like the show. So, but check out our shows. They come out every Friday. And this week we talking about a real special topic. It involves some dollar bills or whatever. So thanks for tuning in to our recap.
Appreciate it, everybody.